Okay, today is the day of a brand new week. It's the first Monday of April, the first Monday of quarter two. And this is the week we really begin to live out the sell every day mindset. We're going to rewire your brain to want to sell every day, right? And because selling every day is not selfish. Like, yeah, Judy, la, 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 la. Hold on. Sales is everything in your business because when we're not selling, we are not serving. I really would love you to sit with that as you sit before the Lord for at least 10 minutes today. If there is anything that comes up for you, any yeah buts, we're not going to like pretend they're not there. We're going to look at them and we're not going to judge ourselves and we're not going to, beat ourselves up in any way. No. We're going to say, wow, yeah, but Judy, I get it. I've watched your videos. I've listened to your podcast. I get it that we can't help people get all the way over the finish line unless and until they work with us. And so by inviting them, that's all sales is, an invitation. Hey, I have something for you. Would you like it? Do you want it? Here you go. Right. So yes, Judy, I've heard you say that, but there's something that still comes up. I want you to identify what that is. And you know what? I think it's a little bit easier for me as I'm thinking about this. We can certainly put it in the chat. But I think it would be easier if you come on over to the Facebook group, my free Facebook group called Sold Out Offers. Okay. And I'll drop the link here. I can look at it. It's easier for me to look at it over in Facebook. So we'll just straddle platforms. Is that okay? All right. Because I want you to identify and get out of your brain every single one of your yeah buts when it comes to selling every day. Yeah, but I feel pushy. Well, that's not an answer. Why? Ask yourself at least three. Like, why is that there? Why I want to sell every day. Yeah, but doing that feels salesy. Okay. Ask yourself 3 times why. Why does that feel salesy? Well, it feels salesy because I feel like I'm bothering people. Well, that's not really an answer. So let's go again. Why? Why does it feel like you're bothering people? Because I want you to actually go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 whys until you get to the root. What is at the root of any and every one of your yeah buts? Okay. And I think some of you, as I was reviewing the chat this morning, some of you don't have your offers worked out. Now, when I say that, I don't even know what that means. Judy, I'm trying to figure out my offer. Okay. Well, tell me what you got. And again, if you put it over in the Facebook group, I thank you for your indulgence. That way I'll be able to serve you better. But listen, and I'm talking about the free Sold Out Offers Facebook group over on Facebook. Okay. So I really want you to understand that if you're newer, do not be smart. You only have one offer. You should only have one offer until you get to your first 100K year. Yeah. And it can be one-to-one, and one-to-one is absolutely customized, right? So every single one of you can decide today everything you need as it relates to your offer. I'm going to be offering private coaching to these kinds of people, my highest caliber best client, right? And I'm going to help them get this result. Like we have to promise something. They're not going to give you money for, well, we'll do our best. No. I'm going to help. Here's my expertise. I'm going to help you get here when you're right now over there. Okay. So let's not leave that as a stumbling block. Okay. We just have to make decisions. And those of you that are working with me inside the inner circle, we take this in phase 1. Make those offer decisions. 3 main decisions you have to make. Super easy. Okay. If you're like, Judy, what are those? Okay. Well, let's talk about getting inside the inner circle. We can work together. But in any event, selling every day. That's what you wake up thinking. That's what you think about all day long. Why? Because that is serving. And by the way, when you have clients, you have to still sell to them. Sell to them to not only consume the trainings inside and to come and attend all of your events, but actually do the work to implement what you're saying, right? What you're teaching them so that they master it and get where they want. Are we following what I'm saying? You are always selling. You're selling your concepts. You're selling your disruptive points. You are calling out your one specific highest caliber best client, not the world. Reach up, ladies, reach up, because you right now may not realize like the kind of high caliber expert and authority you are. My goodness, the Lord God appointed you and anointed you. He's got so many big plans for you. So we've got to think higher. We've got to think bigger. And remember, over the weekend, if you missed it, I think it's right above here, where today is the day you are going to put out into the world on social and or maybe email an amazing disruptive point post, whether it's a reel, carousel, something. You're putting it out there. And I want this to be so jaw-dropping, mic-dropping, like, what did she say? Because you see, I'm looking to cultivate your bold. That's what this is called, right? So we're going big. We're going big this week, starting today. If you've never pushed the envelope and actually got that kind of nervous feeling in your belly before you sent an email or before you published a post on social, today's the day. Today's the day. I want you to say something that is so radical, that is so against convention. And by the way, we're not just making stuff up because you feel it so deeply. Okay. And so one of those disruptive points, and many of you posted some of your disruptive points. Great. You should have an ongoing list. When you work with me inside the inner circle, what happens is we have one document. It's our brain dump document. We have all the things you would ever need to refer to as it relates to your business, who you work with, what your offers are, what are the disruptive angles, what are all these specific experiences they're living with now that they hate, that they want to get out of. So again, if you're like, Judy, oh my gosh, I'm tired of doing this alone. I need your help. Reach out to me somewhere on social and just type in inner circle, and I will give you more of the details. Okay, so besides just posting, not just, it's going to be a big darn deal, posting/emailing a disruptive piece of content is going to blow your people's mind. It's going to draw in the right person, and it's going to make her say, wow, where have you been all of her life? I want you to understand that this week you're going to sign clients. You're absolutely going to sign clients. Why wouldn't you? Right? I want you to understand every week you can sign clients. And if you don't have an offer ready, you can pre-sell it. If you have cohorts instead of always open enrollment, you can still get deposits for when it is open. You can always sell, always sell. And so here, when I'm saying always sell right now, I'm not even just talking about selling concepts. I'm talking about signing clients. We're in business. Can you imagine if Target is opening to its doors? They're going to pay a full day's, electric bill, the heat or air conditioning, as the case may be. They're going to pay all their employees, and they're not going to sell anything. What do you think about that? That's what it's like when you're in business and you're not thinking, I'm going to sign a client today. Not for selfish reasons for yourself to get mo money, mo money. We don't act like that around here, okay? But instead to like welcome somebody to a new future, right? That's the idea. So when you're thinking, well, I'm not ready to sell today, that's like Target, the doors being open, and you go grab a bunch of stuff and you take it to the register and they say, I'm sorry, I can't bring you out. Now, I always anticipate what you're saying and what you're thinking. And you might be thinking, yeah, Judy, but I don't have people banging down my door. What came first, the chicken or the egg? Is that because they don't know for sure what you do, how you can help them? Because you're not thinking, I'm selling every day. Okay. This is, like I said, this whole experience of these 30 days is to open your brain to a new level of awareness. Sales is at the root of offer creation. Sales is at the root of marketing and messaging and positioning. And of course, selling and client delivery, service, all of it. Sales is at the root. So say it with me. I sell every day unapologetically. Feel free to write that in the chat. I sell every day unapologetically. All right, sister, I'm going to drop the link to the Facebook group. Feel free, as always, to leave me things in the chat, right? Leave your homework there if you like. But if you want more detailed review and responses, head over to the free group, sold out offers. I'm going to drop the link now.